Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody is doing great. Merry Christmas for those who celebrate, and just a happy holiday season for everyone else. I am Caroline. I'm a coach here at Create Your Future, available for one-on-one coaching. All the information is on the box below. Guys, for those of you who are new here, welcome, and know that we offer a free course, how to identify your blocks and overcome them fast. So you can find all the information right underneath, and it's free. It's a great course, super helpful, just amazing. All right, guys, on the side of being a coach, I'm also a certified hypnotherapist, certified in neurolinguistic and tapping, NLP, and so on. A lot of good stuff. Long background with, a lot of practice. I've taken a ton of seminars. I went on tons of retreats. So I have a great background that I can bring to you during sessions. And hopefully, if I meet you, we can work together. If not, maybe through this video, you can get some help today. And I intend that you do. I want to talk to you about an amazing client success story. We just talked last night, and we've been talking regularly, almost every single week. We've been doing a lot of work together, and I am so, so proud of her, because she really came from a very difficult state of being. Her situations, her past were heavy, difficult, traumatic. I'm not going to say more, but it was very difficult. So throughout our coaching time together, there's been a lot of ups and downs. And I want to really mention this to you guys, because I think a lot of you are hard on yourself. You feel like, not all of you, of course, but I've seen this in coaching. So you start working, you start studying, and you apply. And then boom, one day you have a down day. One day you have an outburst of anger, an outburst of tears, of sadness, of frustration. You just don't feel it. You don't feel like doing your affirmations. It's okay. It happens. It happens to all of us. It's never a straight line to the finish line. That's life. It's a roller coaster. What we learn is to minimize the roller coaster in terms of emotion, meaning that we learn how to not react. And by this, we realize that maybe a lot of situations are not that serious. They're not that important or impactful. Why? Because then we remember the law. Everybody is you pushed out, right? So you can breathe once you're done dealing with the feelings. You never ignore your feelings. Remember, I always tell you guys, you face them. Very important, because if you suppress them, one day, sooner or later, they will come up and just explode, and this is not going to be fun. And they're not going to go away until you deal with them. And you deal with them by letting them through, and then go back to a state of being neutral. That's the best place to be, being neutral, regroup, and then you just talk to yourself back to remembering the law and where we need to go from here. Everybody is me pushed out. What does that mean? It means that everything in your reality, everything in your life is merely a reflection of your beliefs, of your assumptions. So you assume somebody to behave a certain way. That's the kind of version that you will have in front of you show up. I have a lot of clients who come to me and they really badly want to manifest a specific person in their life to be in a relationship. But when I ask them, so what do you truly think that your specific person feel about you? Oh, I know, they don't care about me. They don't want to be with me. That's your assumption right here. So pay attention to your assumptions of how other people show up in your life. All right? Okay, so to go back to my amazing client, just another one amazing. But this one, she had so many successes lately that I took some notes. I don't want to miss anything. So first of all, they've been in contact. There's been communication, but the quality of the communication was not what she wanted. So, when you want to manifest a communication, you want to be back in communication with a specific person. That's a great step. Then you add a little ingredient to it. It's like when you cook and you're just not going to cook like, let's say you're plain chicken, you're going to start putting some spice in it. So you spice up your communication. You just you talk to yourself and you recognize the quality of that communication. So in this case, she wanted him to initiate contact sometimes also, because it was, a pattern of her always starting, and having him reply to her not in 5 days but today, and have somewhat of a fluid communication. So that was achieved. We discussed it in session. We really pinpointed how this communication should look like and how she, what she wanted. So from there, they shared some quality time together. There was two things. She needed some help to practice her pitch for work. And he was super enthusiastic, and he said, yeah, absolutely, I'll help you. So not only he did help her, so she was thrilled about that, but while they were doing it, she had a great time. So again, the quality of the interaction, the quality of, this relationship, the quality of the connection, super important. Then there was an outing that she planned on going to, and she asked him to go along with her. Guys, he did. He went, and that was a huge success, because the last time they did something together, and we've been, working on, manifesting them doing things together. So last time they went on an outing together was in 2019. So now it's 2023, right? 4 years later. She has not been trying to manifest for 4 years. Let's be honest. Her time coaching and getting into LOA and understanding the law is more recent, but it was a huge success because she had a lot of resistance. So she had to drop a lot of weight, and which we did along the way. And some of the weight, the resistance, and the blocks were not all linked to him. The connections sometimes you have with people or with your specific person, it's not just that particular connection. It could be that other connections from the past, and not necessarily with romantic interest. It could be with family members, it could be with coworkers, with friends at school or neighbors. Things, connections that have impacted you to the point where there was a trauma, and that trauma is persisting and it's showing up in new relationships, and therefore in poor quality of relationships. So for her to have that outing finally, and not only did they go, they had a blast, they had a good time. And that's something that we have been also discussing in session. Sure, you want to be together, sure, you want to start doing things with your specific person, but how does it look like? What are you guys doing? Let's describe this relationship. Let's go in depth with, that's the key word of the day, the quality of the relationship. And she goes, well, yeah, I want to have a connection. I really want to have fun. I want us to be so connected. I want us to be so on the same page that, we're laughing. We have such a great time. And this is exactly what happened. So, describing to yourself the quality and how your relationship looks like when you are taking the time, writing it down, or you're taking the time thinking about it. Because when you write your goals, what you want to manifest in your life, it's one thing to manifest the list of your goals, but also, okay, what are you going to do with those goals? Where do you position yourself with those goals? And how are you feeling when you have those goals, when they manifest, when they show up in your life? So it's not just I ordered an item online and the box showed up on my doorstep. It's more than that. Yeah, okay, check. The box showed up at your doorstep, but there's more to it. The box, what's in the box, what's the quality of the item? And now that you have this item, it's an example, of course you got this, right? Now, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to enjoy it? How is it going to make you feel? You see what I mean? There's a lot of components, and I want you to, dig into all of this. When you make your list of your manifestations, or when you want a certain version of your specific person to come forth, and along the way, there's, the ups and the downs. And my client had her share of sadness. She had her share of frustration. There were times when she would call me feeling super defeated, very, very, very sad. Being sad is one thing. Being defeated is super heavy. And we worked through all this. And, I coach her, and I'm giving her the credit. She really worked so hard. And girl, you know who you are. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. You deserve this success. You deserve this great path you're on. It's only going to go uphill from now on. And for all of you, my viewers, I want you to follow the lead. You start here, and you don't beat yourself up when it goes up and down. That's okay. Feeling off today, feel the feeling, let it through, regroup. If you have to take a nap, if you have to go to sleep, and then take it back, get back on your affirmations and on your mental diet tomorrow, then that's it. Take a day off. Do not fight it when you really feel defeated, because when you feel defeated, there's a feeling right there, and that feeling needs to be dealt with, needs to be faced, in order not to be suppressed and then explode in your face sooner or later, which is never a fun thing. So feel the feeling, face it, understand it, maybe work through it. From there, that can be very beneficial as well, because from there you get indication of where you stand and how to rectify your path in order to reach your goals. So guys, once again, happy holidays. I intend that all of you end the year on a beautiful, magnificent note. Merry Christmas, and I will speak to you next week. Bye.